All right, let's get ready for a classic IT battle. In this corner, we have the reigning, undisputed champion of long-term data archiving for decades, physical tape. And in the other corner, the modern cloud challenger that's looking to completely change the game, AWS Tape Gateway. Today, we're breaking down this ultimate showdown. But first, I've got a question for you. Think about your data archive right now. Is it a forward-thinking asset for your company, or is it kinda stuck in the past? It's a question a lot of organizations are asking themselves, especially as their data needs just keep exploding.
You know, for decades, LTO tape has been the go-to. It's been super reliable for long-term archives. It's a proven workhorse, no doubt about it. But managing a physical system in today's world comes with a whole list of challenges that are pushing people to look for something better.
So what are these pains exactly? Well, first, you've got those massive upfront costs for the tape libraries themselves. That's a huge capital expense. Then there's the constant manual labor, handling tapes, shipping them off-site, and dealing with media that just physically wears out. Plus, you always need someone on site to manage the thing and handle restores. It's a heavy, heavy operational lift.
And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it. Even with today's fancy robotic arms, the whole process is still fundamentally physical. It's all about moving actual objects around, which, let's be honest, feels a little dated in a world that's all about automation and the cloud.
So enter the new contender, AWS Tape Gateway. It's a solution designed specifically to get rid of all those headaches of physical tape by using the power and, of course, the scale of the cloud. Let's dig into how it actually works.
Okay, so the magic behind Tape Gateway is this concept called a virtual tape library, or VTL for short. It basically fools your existing backup software. The software thinks it's talking to a real, physical tape library, but what's really happening is all that data, your virtual tapes, is being sent securely up to the cloud and stored in super durable places like Amazon S3 and Glacier. Pretty cool, right? Let's just trace the data path here for a second. Your backup software on-prem, it doesn't change at all. It just communicates with a local gateway appliance. This can be a virtual machine or a physical box right in your data center. That gateway is the bridge. It compresses your data and sends it securely to AWS. For your backup admin, the day-to-day workflow feels exactly the same.
And this is the most crucial point, really. It's designed to be a drop-in replacement. You don't have to rip out your old backup applications. You don't have to retrain your staff on some brand new workflow. You just point your system to the new virtual library, and boom, you're off to the races. All right, we've met our fighters. Now it's time for the main event, a direct head-to-head battle. We're going to compare them on the stuff that really matters: cost, performance, and of course, management. So at a high level, these two are just completely different philosophies. LTO is all about physical media, big upfront capital expenses, and hands-on on-site management. Tape Gateway just flips that whole model on its head. We're talking virtual tapes, a pay-as-you-go operating expense, and a managed cloud service that scales automatically for you.
Okay, let's talk about the money. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. An analysis from Zine Data crunched the numbers for a 1 petabyte archive. An on-prem LTO system, you're looking at just over $10,000 a year. That same exact workload in AWS Deep Glacier, almost $26,000. Yep, you heard me right. At this scale, the old champ is less than half the price.
Okay, round two, speed. When you need your data back from an LTO tape, assuming you have a person on site to go grab that cartridge, you can start restoring your data in under 10 minutes. For archive data, that is incredibly fast. Now compare that to AWS's cheapest archive tier, Deep Glacier. Getting your data out of there can take up to 12 hours. This process, they call it rehydration. So if your recovery time objective, your RTO, is measured in minutes, a 12-hour wait could be a total deal breaker.
But hey, cost and speed aren't the whole story, right? The third round is all about management. With LTO, you need staff for everything: handling the tapes, maintaining the library, fixing the robotics. Tape Gateway, on the other hand, is a managed service. It's pretty much designed to be set it and forget it, completely taking away that physical, operational burden from your team.
And what about when your data grows? I mean, it always does, right? This is a huge differentiator. With LTO, once you've made that big initial investment, doubling your capacity from 1 to 2 petabytes just means buying more tapes. Your total annual cost might only go up by, say, 30%. But with the cloud's pay-as-you-go model, well, if you double your data, your storage costs pretty much double too.
It's a completely different way to think about the finances of growth.
So, after all that, who wins the showdown? Well, the truth is, there's no single winner for everybody. The right choice really depends entirely on your organization's priorities, your budget, and your overall IT strategy.
So here it is, your decision-making cheat sheet. You should probably lean towards on-prem LTO if your number one goal is the absolute lowest cost, at petabyte scale, if you need data back in minutes, and if your finance team likes those big, one-time capital expenses. But AWS Tape Gateway is your winner if your goal is operational simplicity, if your data needs are growing or just unpredictable, if you're okay with longer restore times, and if your whole strategy is about shrinking your on-prem footprint and moving to a pay-as-you-go model. And that really brings us to the final question. When you think about protecting your most valuable data for the long haul, what's the future look like for you? Are you going to continue to place your trust in physical atoms, something you can actually hold in your hand, or in scalable virtual bits that are managed for you in the cloud? The choice is yours.